Innovative content. Global audience.
Good afternoon. We're on the show, Our Culture, Your Culture. What can you say about your culture? Here we talk about people's culture, the importance of people's culture, the uniqueness of people's culture, and how special their culture is. We're on the show, Our Culture, and my name is MARYVAL. As you all know, today we come today to talk about people's culture. And what is culture, if I may ask? Culture is the ideas, is the aspects of how people share their ideas, their belief in different patterns. It can be through music, marriage, the customs and tradition of each land comprises of their culture. There are different delicacies. You know, those days that we travel to the east or travel to our villages. Yes, that we travel to our villages. Most things that actually take people to the village, or whenever they travel to the village, one thing that I feel like they find so interesting when they travel is those delicacies that's been prepared in their hometown. You see that sense of naturality in it. This meal tastes so natural, tastes so delicious. And man, you can't even say no when anyone is being served. You see this kind of like fancy stuffs in the food. And most times people travel, and there are some people that if they stay for a while and they don't travel, you see them saying they miss their local they miss their local food. Yes, they want to eat it, because you cannot actually compare it to their present day food. You see the difference. And most times these local dishes are prepared in different ways, and they are prepared in their own unique ways. Last week we talked about the Asian culture and the do's and the don'ts in the Asian culture, their masquerade, their marriages, and also one of the interesting parts of the culture. But today I want to talk about the Uzuakoli in Abia State. Abia State, as you all know, is a very big state with different local governments. Where do I want to start from? And Abia State, if you ask me, the state that has to do with hardworking people. They love business so much. They do a lot of things in the state. But today we're talking specifically about the Uzuakoli. Like, you might have heard about the state before. What can you say about the state? What is the origin of the state? What can you say about the history of the state? What makes of the state? What comprises of the state? Where can you find this Uzuakoli? Under which local government? You just know that it's in Abia State, but under which local government? As you can see, it's in the Bende local government. But let's just take few talk about the Uzuakoli culture. Let's get to know more about it. And here it says it's an area in Abia State, as we all know, in the eastern Nigeria that includes several villages. It has been home to be a Methodist college, a large market, like I said. These people that are so hardworking. Where do you want to start from? When you go to Abia State, you find out that it's always busy with business. You can't just see them idle. They are doing one thing or the other. Not just the male folks, but even the female. They are busy doing something. They are busy being productive. That is one thing I can attest. And this also boils down to every other local government in Abia State. And right now we're talking about the Uzuakoli, and we've got to see that they also have markets where they sell. Market has to do with buying and selling. Yes, exchange of goods and services. That's market. Clandestine slave trading, a leprosy settlement, Ila also festival, and conflicts. Okay, now this is one of the history of the Uzuakoli in Abia State. Historically, Uzuakoli originated from Izera in the present-day Isukwato local government area, all in Abia State. Uzuakoli first settled in Akoli, migrating from there to their present settlement, now called Uzuakoli. Originally known as Ozu, Uzuakoli had 5 children. Now you see, it is not just you knowing about the Uzuakoli. What is important to note in the state? What is important to know in this local government? Okay, it has 5 children. Mba, now called the Amamba, and also the Oma, now called the Eluoma, the Nkwo, now known as the Amankwo, the Agbo, now called the Agbozu, and the last child is the Ugwanyim, now called the Ungu. Those 5 children of his gave rise to 5 villages of Uzuakoli. Wow, this is a nice one. Now, another thing we need to know about the Uzuakoli is this. Uzuakoli houses the famous leprosy settlement founded by the Methodist Missionary Society and the local authorities of Owerri province in August 1932. Uzuakoli also houses one of the best secondary schools in Nigeria, Methodist College Uzuakoli, founded in 1923. The town also boasts of a famous market, Eze, Eke Uzuakoli. Wow. I think they talk lots, or they have this market stuff that they talk more about. And now we got to see that they have one of the famous school, a very good school if you ask me, College Uzakoli. It was founded in the year 1923. And as you all know, every day in the show, we normally bring in a guest from that particular region, from that particular local government. That will tell us more about this Uzakoli. They'll tell us more about the culture. Yes, where you get to see the do's and the don'ts in the culture. You want to know about their tradition. You want to know how their marriage right is. You want to know what is forbidden in that culture. That's why I say culture is very important, because you get to know what is forbidden, you get to know what is not forbidden, you get to know the interesting parts of that culture. There's some places that tell you don't move to this place. If you move to this place, it's a taboo. There's some places that tell you don't kill this. If you kill this, it's a taboo. You know, there are some cultures that you can't even kill lizard. Yeah, there are some cultures that you can't kill snake, because at the end of the day, man is to tell on you. The consequences is on you. So that's why it's so important that you get to know what is forbidden in this culture and what is not forbidden in this culture. Because today I'll be going on a short break, and when I'll be back, I'll be coming in with my guests from this Uzakoli local government that will tell us more about this place. They'll tell us the do's and the don'ts about this place, the uniqueness of this culture, and what that is important that we need to know about the culture. Don't go anywhere, viewers. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists, Ice Prince, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wiliki, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates: 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue: Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Camberwell Road, London SE50AY. Tickets available on Eventbrite at www.eventbrite.com/Nigeria Week or numbers.
Okay, my people, it cannot be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619. Or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com, and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride
Feeling the boy. Okay, it's so exciting. The game's big dog, but I'm igniting. Positive flow, I'm so attracting. Where the freestyles or even writing.
Back from that quick break, we're still on the show Your Culture, where we talk about culture, the uniqueness of each people culture, everybody, the uniqueness of their culture, and how important their culture is. Like I did promise, I'll be coming back with my guest from the Uzakoli culture that will tell us more about their culture and the do's and the don'ts in their culture. Okay, her name is Mercy Ogbonna. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Okay, today we're talking about Uzakoli in Abia State. So, but before we start, I actually want you to tell us about your local dishes. Can you tell me the names of your local dishes?
And we have different local dishes in my community, Uzakoli.
Okay.
We have what we call Abrapu Egusi. That's the major one in my community.
Wait, can you call it again? Let me hear.
Abrapu Egusi.
Okay, how do they process this meal? Like, how is it prepared, if you ask me? If I may ask, sorry.
Okay, the procedure for this meal, or the ingredients for this meal,
Yeah.
Egusi.
Okay.
You have your egusi, your stockfish, your goat meat, your beef, your crayfish, your cashew leaf,
Wow.
and your pepper, and so on.
So somebody that does not have money now. Somebody that does not have money cannot prepare this meal. Oh. These are all these things they are just calling like this. Wow.
No, because this is a traditional meal, so it has to be prepared very well with your hands being washed.
Wow. Okay, so what kind of swallow can we actually use in taking this particular sweet soup? Because I know it's going to be delicious if you ask me. What kind of swallow are we going to use when taking it?
Not just you use apple soup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so any other meal that you can actually call today?
That's the number one. When you come to Zakoli,
Okay.
you are talking about our traditional meal. That's the number one you talk about. Abrabu egusi. Before you talk about the una and the abacha and the rest. But this abrabu egusi is the major one.
Okay, that is. Okay, you also have abacha, right?
Yes, we do have abacha too.
Okay. So can you tell me what is forbidden in your culture, if I may ask?
My culture, there are many things that are forbidden in my culture.
Okay.
For both women and for men. For a woman, I'll start with women.
Okay.
In Uzaka, it is forbidden for a woman to climb a palm tree.
Wow.
Or a coconut tree or iroko tree. It is forbidden for a woman to climb a tree in my community.
Okay, a woman is not supposed to climb a tree in your community.
Yes.
But why, if I may ask?
I don't know, but when I was growing up, I asked the same question. They said it is very wrong for a woman to climb up on a tree because she is going to open her leg up and it's not very right for a woman to expose her body.
Oh, wow. I think I'm learning more about this culture. Now you see the importance of this show, the culture. Okay, woman can actually climb a tree, it's forbidden. So what about the men, sorry?
For a man, it is forbidden for a man or anybody to throw somebody's property into the toilet. Somebody's property into the toilet? Yes, it is forbidden to throw somebody's property into a toilet.
Okay. So if this law are being violated by either the female gender or the male gender, is there any repercussion that comes with it?
For a woman, you are going to bring a goat, a he-goat, a very big one.
Okay.
And a keg of palm wine.
Wow. Okay, that is done to do what actually? Like cleansing or something like that?
Yes. They will find you a goat and a keg of palm wine. When you bring all those things, then you apologize. You'll be free.
Okay. So tell me, what is actually accepted in your culture? When there's something forbidden, there should be something that's accepted.
My culture, mostly what is most acceptable is when you come to my community in Ozakoli, we accept visitors like our own. A visitor, a stranger, has equal rights, same as the villager.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, so tell me, what is that thing that is interesting about your culture? I love to say this. You know, our cultures differs and they are unique in their own ways and they are all special if you ask me. So what is that thing that is interesting about the Uzakoli culture?
My culture, we have this festival that is very, very interesting. We have different festivals in my community.
Okay.
They are very, very interesting. You don't want to know about it. And we also do with all this art, culture, fairs, industries is basic community in my community.
Okay, so tell me about your marriage. The marriage, your culture, the marriage rights, the do's and don'ts in your marriage. What a woman should not do or what a man is not expected to do in your culture.
Okay, what a woman is not expected to do inside a marriage, right?
Yes, when you are married, yeah.
Okay, a woman is not expected to go out and have a carnal knowledge with another man when you are married.
Okay, so if she does that,
yes.
what's the repercussion that comes with it?
she will be fine. When you are being confident that you'll be fine.
Wow.
You'll be taken to the river for cleansing and all the stuff. If not, the woman will die.
Die. Hey. So what about the man? What happens to the man?
As everything then. So if a man goes out to have a carnal knowledge of another woman while still in a marriage, it's an abomination. It's cheating, and it's also called for the man to come out and say that he has done wrong. He will ask for forgiveness and he'll be forgiven.
Wow. So tell me, what is that thing, that particular thing you feel like this thing is affecting the people negatively, this thing is not favoring maybe a particular kind of people you get, that you actually feel they should change in your culture?
Right now, things are no more like before again. Like
Yeah.
before, when they say women should not go to school, they should be at home, go to the farm. But I don't think it's still happening now. Everybody has equal right now. You have the right of civilization. So I'm saying in my community, when you come to my community, it's a developed community. It's not like other community. And it's not as religious as before. There is God now, and everywhere is developed and open. So we are open to knowledge. So there is nothing much that is abomination or evil that they should be changed in my community. Except, I don't know, there is nothing much.
Okay, now the invention of Christianity, has it in any way affected your culture?
Yes.
Okay.
When you come to Abia State and talk about Uzakali precisely in Abia State is where the first church was planted. So right from 1980s or so, church has been in Uzakali. The biggest church in Abia State is in Uzakali, the Methodist Church. So in my community, we serve God, like mostly in every home and community you go to, you must see a Christian. There is God, there is this thing we call church and religious people there.
Okay, so as a culture in any way affected you negatively?
No, my culture has not affected me negatively because I didn't grow up in a village. I only read about and try to know things when I was growing up. That's not affected me negatively because I don't stay in my village community as well.
Okay, as a lady that you are right now, has the culture affected you positively in any way?
Because yes, my culture has taught me so many things.
Okay.
Yes, number one thing my culture has taught me is in my community, like in Osaka, it's an abomination for a girl give birth out of wedlock. So growing that knowledge, I've decided to keep myself, not to play a dirty game so that I will not get pregnant and give birth out of wedlock.
It's an abomination, right? So if a girl actually gives birth out of wedlock, is there anything that will happen to her?
There is nothing much, but I don't know, it's an abomination in my community.
Okay, so tell me about your masquerade. Are they wicked masquerade? Are they good ones? And what time do they actually appear in a year? Is it like twice or 3 times or just once in a year? And what is that actual event that they do that actually makes masquerade to come out in your village?
In my village, we have this thing we call Iloso.
Okay.
Iloso, the dance war competition.
Okay.
So when in Uzakal, we have 5 villages, like 5 villages in Uzakal.
Okay.
These 5 villages come, village by village, they dress in their special attire with pride and with dignity. They come out to dance around the 5 villages. So after that, the winner is being declared. Then after the Iloso, then the masquerade will now come out. So masquerade normally comes out once in a year.
Okay, once. Okay, so can you mention the name of any of your masquerade that you know?
Yeah, I cannot mention anyone. Sorry, but
You don't know any name of your masquerade. Okay. You know, they know Igbo as people that have maybe they have one central Igbo. They say they have central Igbo in Igbo culture. Maybe when you speak, you can hear each other, you get. But I feel like in every culture, we have this typical dialect that maybe there's a kind of thing you tell me or you say to me in your dialect that me I might not understand as per coming from another state, even though we are both all in the eastern region. So now I feel like there are some people, so there are some questions I'll ask you, some names you tell me that maybe I'll ask you, tell me how they are being called in your own local dialect, your own culture. Like for example, like I ask you, what do they call father in your own local dialect?
Like we call father Iye.
Iye.
Iye. Yes.
Okay, so what about bag? What do they call bag in your own local dialects?
We call it Abba.
So what about mother?
Mama.
What about church?
Oka.
Clothes.
Ma.
What do they call clothes?
Clothes. Efe. Or Unwei.
Oh, you have two.
Yes, you can say Unwei. But you can say Efe.
Okay, so what about book?
Akukwo.
Mirror, if I may ask.
Enyo.
Okay, enyo. So what about water? Lastly, what about water?
Miri.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mercy Ogbonna. Thank you for being part of the show. At least I can beat my chest to say I've learned a lot, and even the viewers too. We've learned a lot from this short interview about your culture, and we'll be able to know the interesting part of it. Thank you so much for being part of the show. We really do appreciate.
You're welcome, ma.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you, ma. You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, viewers. Wow, the Uzakoli, I never knew have a lot that we need to know, a lot to talk about. Man, I actually enjoyed this. I've been able to learn more about the Uzakoli culture. But viewers, I'll be coming back to still tell you more about the Uzakoli culture. Don't go anywhere, stay with us, for I'll be right back after this break.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists, Ice Prince, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wiliki, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates, 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue, Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Camberwell Road, London SE50AY. Tickets available on Eventbrite at www.eventbrite.com/Nigeria Week or numbers below. For more details, visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week, produced by SRTV in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Okay, my people, it could not be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619 or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride this.
Feeling the boy. Okay, it's so exciting. The game's been dark, but I'm igniting. Positive flow, I'm so attracting. Where the freestyles or even writing. Yeah. Aha! This song is dedicated to fella Anukulako Kuti. Music.
Welcome back, viewers, from that quick break. We are still on the show. Your culture, our culture. What can you say about your culture? like as we all know, I actually had a guest that talked about her culture, because today we're looking at the Uzakoli culture in Abia State, and the do's and the don'ts in the culture. I actually thought something different, but after the interview, I got to see something different and I got to hear something different. I was able to say I learned a lot. Like, you can actually climb a tree. According to what she said, a lady cannot climb a tree. That okay, why if I may ask? And she said because they feel like your legs are opened as a female. Wow, now you see different culture with their own different traditions and their own different belief. One thing you see as a normal thing for another culture is forbidden in another culture. Now you get to know, wow, this Akodi culture is an interesting culture if you ask me. And now, like they said, the Igbo, they have a central Igbo where anything they pronounce, the next person will understand. But right now, you see that they have their own local dialect that they speak, and it kind of confusing. Maybe it's just them that will understand it better, not everybody. And she talked about their meal. She talked first about the popular akuraku ben soup, right? Okay, and the soup, if you ask me, is not for poor people. You will spend a lot of money while making this soup. So what's the swallow we use in this soup? She talked about akpu. I think I forgot to ask her. Apart from akpu, what else can we use? Is it just fufu for the soup? No, I know it's not going to be just fufu. Okay, we're still talking about this Wakoli culture. Let's still get to know few about the history of this particular culture. During the Biafra War, the Nigerian Army of 82 Battalion, commanded by Major Ibrahim Babangida, attacked and captured Uzakoli. In that first battle, Major Babangida was wounded by a Biafran Ogbonigwe shell and was evacuated. When Uzakoli launched the electricity project in the 80s, IBB came to commission it, recalling the Battle of Cross Uzakoli, and Agbana stand out as the toughest war front during the Biafra incursion. And I noticed something about the Uzakoli, their traditional attire. Most times you see the female tying wrapper on their chest and tying wrapper on their waist, but you know there are some cultures that you see them maybe putting on a particular, maybe a gown or something like that. You won't find much beads in their attire. With what if you ask me what I can say right now, you won't find much bead. And even in their local dishes, I think they still have a lot of local dish that that our guests didn't mention. It's not just that soup you heard about. They have a lot that you need to know, and also their tradition, and also their masquerade. Like I just asked her about their
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance award.
Welcome back, viewers, from that quick break. We're still on the show, Our Culture, Your Culture, where we talk about culture and the uniqueness of each culture and how every culture is important. We're still talking about the Uzo-Akoli culture. Like I was saying before, she actually didn't mention all their local delicacy. There is also this okra soup without oil. You see it that is being prepared by the Uzo-Akoli. And also, like she did mention, they also have abacha. So they have different special delicacy, if you ask me. And also they have their masquerade that you see with a lot of crowd. You know, one thing is, do you know some people actually travel just to come and see the masquerade, to see how interesting it is. But before I continue, I want us to see a short clip about the Uzo-Akoli masquerade, how they operate and what they do, and how you can see the village will be surrounded by this masquerade. Don't go anywhere, viewers. Stay with me as we watch this track. Welcome back, viewers. Now you can see the beautiful video of their masquerade, and you can see how it is being crowded by the villagers. Now you see there's one thing about the culture is it is unique in its ways, and I believe that every culture has their different kind of masquerade. Like the other time that we did talk about the Nsukka culture. Now the guests that we called on the show actually talked about how you see one of the masquerade that flop people. That is the one she called the bad one, and the good one can even dash you money. Now our guest today on the show made us to know that most times the masquerade just come out once in a year, and as you can see, to show that it is being loved by people, a lot of people are being crowded just to watch this masquerade. So if you ask me, I'll say Uzo-Akoli culture is a beautiful culture with its beautiful delicacy and with its interesting factor about the culture. The do's and the don'ts are what we've discussed so far. And I believe I've been able to educate viewers more about the Uzo-Akoli culture. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Please follow us on our social media page. Follow SRTV. Subscribe to our page. We have a lot of interesting insights to give to you, a lot of entertainment, educational tips to bring to you. And don't forget to leave us with your thoughts. Let's get to know how you feel. What do you think? Or let's get to know your thoughts about SRTV. I remember MARYVAL Easy. See you again next time. Same station, same time. Bye.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive